No debates, no drama. Get ready for some fun and join us now for the free in Fredonia Show.
Me, Gabby Whitaker, known as the killer of the Klondike, the rootinest, tootinest, shootinest wildcat of the West. Me, tied up by a...
Who are they?
Who? How do I know who? They snuck up behind me when I wasn't looking. They ain't no 2 men alive. They ain't no 5 men alive could hog-tie Gabby Whitaker, unless he was knocked unconscious when they done it. I remember the time I was holding the Fort blown. There was 50 wild Indians around me. There I was, both guns blazing. I looked around,
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. I'm Gary Baker. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I certainly did. And I'm glad that you've joined us. Hello, Bill, Leanne, Chrissy, Melinda, Sharon. It looks like everybody's showed up today. That's good. Today's subject is Tennessee history. Tennessee history. We're going to check out and see what you know about the great state of Tennessee. And hopefully I've got some good questions for you, and hopefully everything goes right. We've got some rain and storm here in Clarksville out in Fredonia way. So sometimes the power goes off. If it does, just hang with me and I'll try to push the right buttons and get back with you. Right now, go ahead and do all your sharing, share your buttons on Facebook and YouTube, whatever media you're in. And we'll just let everybody know we're playing and come on and join us and have some fun. Let's go ahead and do our word for the day.
May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13. Trust fuels joy and peace. God's Spirit turns hope from a trickle into an overflow.
It looks like I've got some microphone problems. Can everybody hear me? If you can't, just put it in the comment section. So I think it's cutting in and out on me. So I want you to be able to hear me, because I might have some important to say and I don't want it to slide by. So if everybody's gone and share, let's get Gloria to come on here and tell people how to play in case they are new to the game. So here's Gloria.
Welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have 10 seconds after the question is read to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comment section. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. The high score and winner gets bragging rights and will be posted after the show. Good luck. Now here's Gary.
All right, here we go. I'm going to have to get with Gloria and have her make me a new tape, because you actually have more than 10 seconds. I've upped the time on that to give everybody a time to answer the question. I had a few complaints by some of the slower, older players. And so I wanted to change that, give everybody a shot at having time on getting their answer in. Today's subject, like I said, is Tennessee history. In history, that was one of my favorite subjects in school. I didn't like anything else, but I liked history. So we'll see what you know. We're going to get started in just a second with the first question. And everybody put your thinking caps on. And hopefully I got everything situated right. I have been known to make a mistake every now and then. So hopefully everything goes smoothly today. Glad to see Melinda back with us. All right, here we go. First question. Tennessee history. Which Tennessee city served as the first capital of the state? Was it Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, or Chattanooga? Some of y'all might be surprised at the answer here. Which Tennessee city served as the first capital of the state? On the sideline, I think one of the Palmyra was at one time under consideration to be the state capital, but it didn't quite make the grade. So now it's just a little bend in the road, Montgomery County. Which Tennessee city served as the first capital of the state? Here we go. Everybody hope got your answers in there. I don't actually see anybody's answer. Oh, here we go. I needed to move. Hey, Paula's with us. And we've got Kat. Knoxville. Knoxville was the first capital of the state of Tennessee. Kat got it right. Out of the gate, got it right. All right, here we go. Kat and Sharon got it right. Next question. What year did Tennessee officially become a U.S. state? 1812, 1803, 1796, or 1789? So Sharon's got her friend Kat on here. Well, welcome, Kat. Glad you're with us. No, it wasn't Palmyra, Melinda. What year did Tennessee officially become a U.S. state? 1812, 1803, 1796, or 1789? Get your answer in there. All right, here we go. Now you can write down you can type in the answer if you like, or you can put the number. Sometimes Facebook will see a number as spam, so keep that in mind, but hopefully everything will work right today. What year did Tennessee officially become a U.S. state? It was 1796. 1796, Belinda and Linda. All right, third question. Who was the first governor of Tennessee? Was it William Blount, John Sevier, James K. Polk, or Andrew Jackson? Who was the first governor of Tennessee? This is a good question. This show is so educational. You can learn so much. Not from me, but from the game. All right, get your answers in there. This is question 3. Here we go. First governor of Tennessee. I think there's names of, they've named counties after all these guys, but there's only one correct answer. John Sevier. Sharon, Linda, Paul, and Melinda. 67% of you got it right. Next question. Moving right along. Looks like Bill got it right too. Bill, I hope your answer got in there on time. Which treaty in 1791 ceded Cherokee land to the United States in East Tennessee? Was it the Treaty of Paris, the Treaty of New Echota, Treaty of Holston, or the Treaty of Greenville? Which treaty in 1791 ceded Cherokee land to the United States in East Tennessee? Put your guesses in there. I got to put that up there on the screen. All right. Which treaty in 1791 ceded Cherokee land to the United States in East Tennessee? Everybody should have their answers in. Question number 4. The Treaty of Holston, 67%. Paul, Melinda, Bill, and Linda are the ones listed up here. Fifth question. In what year did Tennessee secede from the Union during the Civil War? Was it 1862, 1861, 1860, or 1859? In what year did Tennessee secede from the Union during the Civil War? 1862, 1861, 1860, or 1859? Get your answers in there. If any of y'all are Civil War buffs, you should know that. If you're not, then you will know after this question. I'm so glad that y'all are playing. I want to say thank you to everybody that's playing today. It's good to see you. We're back. Okay, 1861. Look at there, 40% of you. Bill and Melinda. Let's pause it just for a second. Give everybody a chance to look at the leaderboard like I always do, and hopefully everybody's going to be up. Let me see. Uh-oh. No, I've got 3 of you up. And it usually does it the first time around, and then the second, I try to show it every 5 questions to keep everybody abreast of how they're doing. On question 10, we'll see if everybody shows up. Melinda, Linda, and Pollyanna, Sharon. Linda, you're looking for Chrissy's answers? I don't know. Did she get bumped off? I don't see her on the thing here. She might have got bumped off. She needs to pay her Wi-Fi bill, I guess. Okay. Just kidding, Chrissy. Just kidding. All right, let's get on with the game. Question 6. Moving right along. I hope everybody will show up on the next leaderboard. I want you to get credit. Here we go. Where was the Scopes monkey trial held in Tennessee in 1925? Jackson, Franklin, Dayton, or Columbia? Where was the Scopes monkey trial held in Tennessee in 1925? Jackson, Franklin, Dayton, or Columbia? If you remember correctly, this was concerning evolution. They were teaching evolution in the schools, or there was a teacher that was teaching it. Scopes monkey trial, 1925. Get your pick in there. They made a movie back in the day with Spencer Tracy. It was a fantastic movie about that event. Here we go. This is question 6. Popping up right now. There we go. Dayton, Tennessee was where they held the Scopes trial. Melinda, Leanne, Bill. Got it right. Here we go. Question 7. Which future U.S. president led Tennessee volunteers at the Battle of Horseshoe Bend? Was it Sam Houston, John Sevier, James K. Polk, or Andrew Jackson? Which future U.S. president led Tennessee volunteers at the Battle of Horseshoe Bend? Sam Houston, John Sevier, James Polk, or Andrew Jackson? I believe most of y'all probably will know this one. Well, maybe not. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Future president led the Battle of Tennessee, the Battle of Horseshoe Bend. I'm not sure if I remember Horseshoe Bend. I don't remember reading about that in school. There we go. Andrew Jackson. 80% of you got it. Kat, Sharon, Linda, and Paula. All right, next question. Question 8. We're moving right along today. Tennessee was the last state to leave and the first to rejoin which entity? Was it the Union, Continental Congress, Confederacy, or the British Empire? Tennessee was the last state to leave and the first to rejoin which entity? The Union, Continental Congress, Confederacy, or the British Empire? Tennessee. All right. Looks like everybody's getting their answers in there. Time is up. All right. Here we go. I hope y'all notice there's a timer, and I'm going to point at my screen. There's a timer at the top of the screen that the United States, 60% of you got it right. There's a timer up there that shows you how much time you have on the question, so that may be helpful to you. All right, here we go. Question 9. Which major TVA dam was completed in 1944 on the Clinch River? Was it the Watts Bar Dam, the Pickwick Dam, the Norris Dam, or the Douglas Dam? A lot of dams. Which major TVA dam was completed in 1944 on the Clinch River? Don't get me started on the TVA. I don't know if y'all have heard my song Kentucky Mud, but that's about the TVA. Here we go. Watts Bar, Pickwick, Norris, or Douglas? 1944. That's a question my late friend Bob McKinnon would know for sure. All right, here we go. Has anybody ever been to the Clinch River? Look at that. Norris Dam. 72% of you got it. Proud of all of you. Here we go. 10th question. Which Tennessee town was secretly built for atomic research during World War II? Was it Oak Ridge, Murfreesboro, Kingsport, or Cookeville? I don't know how this question got in, some of you East Tennessee people. Which Tennessee town was secretly built for atomic research during World War II? Oak Ridge, Murfreesboro, Kingsport, or Cookeville? Kat, do you live in Pennsylvania where Sharon lives? Not sure if you'll know too much about Tennessee, but you might. Here we go. Leanne took Mississippi history. Yeah, okay, Leanne. Mississippi. Okay. Yeah, they've got great schools down there. Look at that. Oak Ridge. 72% of you. Y'all know now, don't you? Oak Ridge. All right, I meant to stop it, but we'll keep on going. Which Native American tribe primarily inhabited Middle Tennessee before European settlement? This is a good question. Was it the Sioux, the Iroquois, the Cherokee, or the Apache? Which Native American tribe primarily inhabited Middle Tennessee before European settlement? The Sioux, the Iroquois, the Cherokee, or the Apache? So, Sharon, you're in New York. That's a long way from Tennessee. Here we go. Get your answers in there. This is an educational show. If you have any suggestions on trivia subjects, send me a post. I got one from Chrissy, the Cherokee. Look at that. 100% of you got that one. Let me pause it. Chrissy sent me a long list of suggestions, and hopefully I can incorporate some of those. But if you think of something really interesting for a trivia subject, drop me a line, PM or whatever. Let's check this leaderboard. Hopefully everybody will show up. Well, we got more on here now. Looks like Melinda is still in the lead. And looks like I don't see Chrissy on there, so maybe she got bumped off. Or maybe she got mad at me and quit. Anyway, check where you are. We've still got, this is halfway through the game. You've still got time to get some points up here for the bragging rights. All right, we're going to resume. Next question coming up, the 12th question. What nickname did Tennessee earn due to its military contributions, especially in war? Was it the warrior state, the volunteer state, the patriot state, or the battlefield state? This is an extremely difficult question for Tennesseans. What nickname did Tennessee earn due to its military contributions, especially in war? Linda, you need to check on Chrissy, see what happened to her. Of course, she's got a mess of kids. She may have kid duty. And there's Paul. I'm sorry, Paul. I didn't notice you earlier. Maybe I did. Here we go. I think most Tennesseans are going to probably get this one. If you don't, shame on you. Shame on you if you don't know this one. Look at that. 100%. Proud of you. All right. Here we go. Next question. This question 13. Tennessee history. Which Tennessean became president after serving as Speaker of the House and governor? Was it James K. Polk, Howard Baker, Andrew Johnson, or Al Gore? Which Tennessean became president after serving as Speaker of the House and governor? James Polk, Howard Baker, Andrew Johnson, or Al Gore? I use AI, artificial intelligence, to come up with a lot of these questions. And AI sometimes is not, it's got its own way about it. All right. Hope you get your answers in there. This is question 13. Looks like everybody's clicking right along. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. 58% of you got it. James K. Polk, Sharon, Kat, Paul, and Bill got that correct. Howard Baker. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Question 14. Which amendment did Tennessee ratify in 1920, securing its passage into law? Was it the 21st Amendment, the 19th Amendment, women's suffrage, the 18th Amendment, or the 14th Amendment? Which amendment did Tennessee ratify in 1920, securing its passage into law? I think that was the year Melinda was born, I believe. 21st Amendment, 19th Amendment, 18th Amendment, 14th Amendment. That's kind of a difficult question there. Here we go. Oh, Linda's got some of the kids, so okay. Well, Linda, if you get in touch with her, tell her we missed her. Question ought to be popping. Look at that. Every one of you got it right. The 19th Amendment, women's suffrage, 1920. Women got the vote. Here we go. Question 15. Which Confederate general from Tennessee later founded the Ku Klux Klan? Was it Simon Buckner, Nathan Bedford Forrest, Braxton Bragg, or Albert Sidney Johnston? Which Confederate general from Tennessee later founded the Ku Klux Klan? Buckner, Forrest, Bragg, or Johnston? Get your answers in there. Here we go. That one's fairly easy if you paid attention in history class. Nathan Bedford Forrest. Leanne, Melinda, Linda, and Bill. Let's pause it just for a second. Let's go to the notorious leaderboard. See how y'all are doing. Melinda's holding fast. Number one. check your status there. We've still got time to make it up. Melinda just got back from California. I guess she's refreshed. Her mind is sharp and alert. She went with Mr. Pete Bunyan. Okay. No, Pete, her husband. All right, here we go. We're going to get back to the game. The 16th question. What is the name of the historic trail that thousands of Native Americans were forced to take through Tennessee? Was it the Trail of Tears, Santa Fe Trail, Oregon Trail, or the Natchez Trace? What's the name of the historic trail that thousands of Native Americans were forced to take through Tennessee? Trail of Tears, Santa Fe Trail, Oregon Trail, or the Natchez Trace? Get your answers in there. That trail went through Clarksville, as a matter of fact. Well, part of Montgomery County, I should say. All right. Looks like everybody got in time. Trail of Tears. Everybody got it right. Congratulations. Here we go. Question 17. This game is moving fast today. What significant event took place at Fort Pillow in West Tennessee in April of 1864? Was it the Union victory over Confederate cavalry, surrender of General Lee, signing of a peace treaty, a massacre of surrendered Union troops by Confederates? What significant event took place at Fort Pillow in West Tennessee in April of 1864? Get your pick in there, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Significant event in 1864. There we go. Time has elapsed. I hope everybody got their answers in. A massacre of surrendered Union troops by Confederates. 75% of you got that one right. And I must admit, I did not know that. I had not heard about that. All right, 18th question. Which Tennessee city hosted the National Civil Rights Museum located at the site of MLK's assassination? Was it Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, or Clarksville? Which Tennessee city hosted the National Civil Rights Museum located at the site of MLK's assassination? Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, or Clarksville? All right. Time is up. Time is up. I think most of y'all probably know that one. Memphis. Memphis hosted the National Civil Rights Museum. All right, 86% of you got it. Question 19. During Reconstruction, which Tennessean became vice president when then president after Lincoln's assassination? Was it Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, James Buchanan, or Andrew Johnson? During Reconstruction, which Tennessean became vice president, then president after Lincoln's assassination? Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, James Buchanan, or Andrew Johnson? That's a good history question right there. He was the 17th president of the United States. Time's up. Here we go. The 17th president. Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson. Linda, Melinda, Paul, and Bill got that one right. Here we go. Last question. Which Tennessee governor was impeached in 1869 but later acquitted by the state Senate? Was it William G. Brownlow, Isham G. Harris, Andrew Johnson, or Alvin Hawkins? This is a trick question. Which Tennessee governor was impeached in 1869 but later acquitted by the state Senate? Brownlow, Harris, Johnson, or Hawkins? Trick question. And time is up. That's the last question of the game. I may need to put more time on this, on the results. Give me a little bit more reaction time on that. I'm just thinking out loud, y'all. William G. Brownlow, 29%. Melinda and Bill got that one right. Congratulations. I honestly did not know that before the game. Now let's check the leaderboard. Look at that, Melinda. Melinda took that game. Everybody else did pretty good. Like I said, Sharon, by the way, your t-shirt you should be getting it here shortly. I stopped giving out t-shirts because we were having discrepancies in the leaderboard. I had to stop. Let me put Melinda's answer on the screen there. Yeah, you're old as dirt. You're like I am. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But I am going to try to keep up with the scores for the week. So Friday, it'll be Monday because I'll have to tabulate them on a Friday. Monday, you check back and see if you got the bragging rights for doing for the week's games Monday through Friday. All right, I got a story for y'all if you want to stick around. It's a short one, but it's nevertheless little entertainment to end the game here. So hope you enjoy it. She was born in a charity ward. No father on the birth certificate. Her mother was fragile and often missing. She left her to grow up in a carousel of foster homes and whispered prayers. She was shy, bookish, but the camera liked her, and soon so did the world. Before long, she was the face on every wall, a poster in soldiers' lockers, a smile on silver screens, a walk that made the world forget its troubles, if only for a moment. But behind the glitter and flash bulbs, she studied literature. She loved Dostoevsky. She wrote poetry. She questioned everything. They taught her to speak in breathy tones, to dye her hair, to always enter last and laugh like she didn't understand the joke. She understood. She was married twice. One wore pinstripes, the other pinstripes of a different kind, baseball. She was called many things: starlet, siren, symbol. But she called herself something more simpler: lonely. In the end, the spotlight burned too hot, and though the world saw a smile, those who looked closely saw a flicker. They buried her with a rose in her hands, and the world mourned the myth. But now you know the truth behind the girl with the whisper: Marilyn Monroe. All right, there you have it. That's the show for today. I hope that y'all will come back and check it out tomorrow. Bill, I see your note about the Tennessee sports legend. That's a good suggestion. We may do that. See if these women know about sports. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.
I don't want no